Good morning, students. Hope you all are healthy and happy. Today, we are going to start second chapter of Civics, Federalism. In chapter first, we discuss about power sharing concept. This is an introductory video about federalism in which we will learn about federalism and various dimensions attached to it. We will also discuss about the difference between federal government and unitary government and types of federation. Let's recall example of Belgium and Sri Lanka. In Belgium, power was shared between central and state government. Shifting of power from central to state government was done in Belgium. Now, state government also got the power. No doubt, regional government existed in Belgium earlier. But students, these powers could be withdrawn by the central government at any time. So, in the year 1993, regional government were given constitutional powers. Now, regional government became more powerful. Central government cannot take the power of state government now. In this way, Belgium shifted from unitary to federal form of government. But in Sri Lanka, no power was shared. In Sri Lanka, there was unitary form of government and powers were in the hands of Sinhala community. Now, let's move towards the meaning of federalism. It is a system of government in which power is divided between central authority and various constituent units of the country. Generally, a federation has two levels of government. One is a government for the entire country that is responsible for a few subjects of common national interest. Second government is at the provincial or state level that look after day-to-day administering of their state. Both these level of government enjoy their power independently of the other. So, this was about federalism. Now, let's understand the difference between unitary and federal system. In unitary system, there is only one level of the government, means no other level is there. But in federal system, two or more level of governments are there. In unitary system, central government can pass order to provincial or local government. But in federal system, central government cannot order state government. In unitary system, centralization of power is there. But in federal system, decentralization of power is there. In unitary system, no power sharing is there. But in federal system, power sharing is there. Means power is divided. In unitary system, subunits are subordinate to central government. Means they are answerable to central government. But in federal system, different levels enjoy power independently. Examples of unitary system are Sri Lanka and United Kingdom. Examples of federal system are Belgium and India. So this was the difference between unitary and federal system. Hope you all understood it. Now let's take a look on the different types of federation. Types of federation. The balance of power between central and state government is different from one federation to another. This balance depends on historical context in which federation was formed. There are two routes through which federation have been formed. Number 1, coming together federation. Number 2, holding together federation. Let's start with coming together federation. In this type of federation, independent states come together on their own to form a bigger unit. They can increase their security by pooling their sovereignty, but at the same time, they can retain their own identity also. For example, USA, Switzerland, and Australia. All the constituent states have equal power and are strong as a federal government. Now, holding together federation. In this type of federation, a large country decides to divide its power between the constituent states and the national government. In this type, central government is more powerful than state, and all the constituent units have unequal powers. Even some units are granted special powers, such as Spain, Belgium, India. That's all for the day. Rest we will do in the next video. For better understanding, read page number 14 and 15 of your NCERT book. Thank you.